Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Colby from Sanitarium Productions. We are back today for another G.I. Joe toy review. We're continuing on with our Rise of Cobra line. Today we're looking at the Scarlett Covert Operations version. This one came out back in 2008, I believe, and was kind of one of their generic bluish gray camo figures, which really threw me off for a little while. It took me a long time to warm up to the series itself, mostly because of the fact that they seemed very generic, and they all come packaged with these crazy, really large guns that shoot projectiles and things, and I never was really a big fan of those kinds of gimmicks. So yeah, it took me a while to get to the point where I was ready to accept this, and so we're going to go today, unbox this thing, take a look at the figure itself, and just kind of see how it does stack up. So stick with us and we're going to tear into it. Shauna Scarlett O'Hara, Covert Operations. This figure comes on a standard Rise of Cobra card. Pretty good looking. The actual artwork on the front looks pretty good. The likeness of the actor is pretty close, at least with the art. Maybe not so much with the sculpt, but that's okay. Taking a look at the back here. Pretty standard stuff here. File card, G.I. Joe stuff, more characters down at the bottom. So let's go ahead and open this thing up here. The one good thing that we got out of the Rise of Cobra line was quite a few different versions of Scarlett. Not a lot of other female characters. We had a few of the Baroness come out, and we had a Cover Girl and Agent Helix, I guess. But quite a few different Scarletts, so we're just going to take a look at this one for today. Again, the cover art is pretty cool here. Nice photo there going on. But now this is all recycling. We have another poster in here. If we can get it to unfold. It is the Night Raven. And more of the artwork, or the different vehicles and figures that you can get in the line. So nothing new with this one. The actual figure itself comes with a backpack here. This crazy huge weapon that kind of looks like a crossbow. And a missile that fires. We'll look at it a little closer here in a bit, but there's one of them. The figure itself with a crossbow and assault rifle. A pistol. Cool small katana, and the figure stand. So this here is everything we get in the set. We'll go ahead and zoom in now and take a closer look. We start out with the figure stand. Again, this is a pretty traditional G.I. Joe figure stand from the movie line. Some nice detail work on the back. Code name on the front. Nothing too special, but just standard. We'll take a look at this big old honking crossbow looking missile launcher thing. A lot of nice detail work in this thing. It's got some gunk on the side of it. Don't know where that came from, but it's there. This one actually looks pretty nice. I do like the look of this crazy crossbow apparatus thing, and the missile firing action is pretty good. It's nice blue transparent fireball thing, plasma bolty missile. Again, I'm not one for these big old pieces of useless equipment, but it did come with it, so there you go. You can take a look at it and see what you think. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take a look at the crossbow here. It is rubber banded on her arm, so we get rid of that. Pretty standard looking. It's not got a lot of detail work in it. It's a fairly unique design here, but nothing too special, to be honest with you. You will note there is a big peg on the top of it. That peg is designed to fit onto the backpack. It just pegs in like so. Or if you wanted to, you could flip it upside down. I guess it really just depends on which way you like it best. I think it looks best from the back like that. But if you flip it upside down, theoretically the character could reach over her shoulder and grab it and pull it out. So that's kind of cool. While we have it here, let's take a look at the backpack. It's a pretty plain pack. Nice kind of grayish silver color. Looks like she's got a length of rope stashed in the back of it. And other than that, not a whole lot going on. Again, it does have the peg hole in the back for the crossbow. And you'll note on the side here, there's a nice little spot here for the sword. You just slide it in there, snap it in place. However we can get this to work. Like so. It holds it nice and tight and works really well. So by the time you add that with the crossbow, it's a pretty nice pack. While we're at it, let's go ahead and just take a look here at the sword. Pretty straightforward. Nice silver paint app on it. Beyond that, not a whole lot going on. Just a standard, almost like a machete, but not quite. So pretty cool still. Pistol. Again, y'all have probably figured out I don't know a whole lot about these weapons. So I don't know what kind this particular pistol is, but it's kind of bland. It doesn't have a whole lot of detail work in it. A little bit though, and it has a nice silencer on it that is non-removable. So yeah, just a standard pistol, I would say. Assault rifle. Again, not a whole lot of detail work going on here. Just a little bit though. But still looks pretty nice. Moving on to the figure itself. The biggest complaint I've had with the entire Rise of Cobra line has been the camo deco that they use here. It really just makes all the characters look a lot alike, so there's not really a lot of variation here. Beyond that, the sculpt on this one is pretty good. You can see that the actual chest is a little bit loose, or way loose on this particular one. But not that big a deal. The actual detail work here on the face leaves a lot to be desired. I'm not really crazy about that sculpt, but it looks pretty good for a generic soldier anyways. Again, not a lot of detail work going on except just the paint itself. Fairly intricate detail work on the camo pattern, I guess, but it's still leaves quite a bit to be desired. But it's a nice departure from standard. So yeah, it is what it is. Articulation wise, the head does rotate 360 degrees. The ponytail doesn't really get in the way of anything. It flexes pretty well to get around everything. Not a whole lot of up and down motion, but a little bit. Standard shoulder joints, ball and swivel. The elbow joints also swivel and have that bend in them, so pretty regular stuff here. Wrist is just a swivel joint. The chest piece, again, does rotate 360 degrees. Not a lot of up and down motion here. And again, this one is fairly loose here. So, not the best in the world. The hip joints are the standard T-hook. So, quite a bit of range of motion there. Double knee joint. And swivel and rocker at the ankle. So, all in all, this figure has pretty good posability. A lot more than some of them do. Lots of nice, cool ninja kicks that she can do. Yeah, that's pretty much it here. You'll notice that on her right leg, she also has another peg hole. So you can take and peg in the crossbow there on her side. You can carry it that way if you want. Seems a little weird to have that there and also the peg on the backpack, but that's the only thing she carries that can actually fit that way. As far as the weapons fitting in her hand, the crossbow fits rather easily. Pretty nice. And again, you can fit the other end of it in there to hold it like so. Works pretty well. The pistol fits in her hand easily as well, and so no problems there. Same thing for the other hand. And it looks fairly decent. Her arms do look a little bit long here, but not too bad. Then the assault rifle also fits in her hand really easily. I've never been a fan of these crazy cross things on the handle for the guns, but it works really well for this particular one. She has no problems whatsoever gripping the gun. So yeah. Her backpack pegs into the back of her torso. Ponytail's a little bit in the way here. Just kind of push it to the side and peg it on in. You have to flip her head around a little bit to get it to go in there correctly. And it's a little tight here. But it'll stay on there regardless. Then once you actually get it on there, it's not really in the way whatsoever. Ponytail, that is. And that may be why they don't have it fitting all the way flush on her back to accommodate for that. Then you can, again, stick that crossbow on her back. And the sword in its sheath here. If I can get it to work. Whoop. That didn't work whatsoever. Let's try this again. Like so. And like so. And Scarlett is all geared up and ready for war. It would have been nice if the pistol had one of those little pegs on it so it would clip onto her thigh. That would have looked really cool, but it doesn't, so oh well. Just for the sake of argument, here is the big, huge crossbow missile launcher. Actually fits in her hand pretty easily and mounts on her shoulder pretty well. But again, I really don't like these things, and it's really oversized here, so yeah, that won't be going out very much with her. But everything else works really well. Pretty nice design. Except for the head sculpt, everything works pretty well here. It is, again, kind of bland, camouflage kind of looking stuff, but it does work. And then again, it's nice to have some kind of female figure here. They're not known for putting out very many of these, so we'll take what we can get. But all in all, this one turned out pretty well. I don't know if I would go out of my way to pick it up, but if you run across it for a good price, yeah, go ahead and get it. Except for the head sculpt, it's really nice, so yeah. That's it for our review today. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, feel free to drop some comments down below. Subscribe to our channel, like us. Feel free to share it with others if you think it's worth sharing. Till next time, Yo Joe.